Yeah, I didn't think we really were dialed in from the very beginning of the game. To be honest, we've had a good resilience about us and just a good motor to start games. And I didn't think we came out our best today. They were moving faster than us. They were getting better position than we were. Jacob Pyle played really well last weekend, and he had a couple tough. We didn't get our shot blocks, but he also had a couple of tough ones that went in early. And so we ended up playing behind for the rest of the game, and they didn't stop their motor running the entire time. And so when you wear a team down, you can come from behind, but it felt like we were worn down trying to catch up. We were timid shooting the ball. We had some really good looks early on, dead center cage, and we passed the ball off to other people. And honestly, I think 30 years of inexperience came to light in that game versus a team that's experienced in this tournament now and lost a couple first-round games and was poised and motivated to move on to the next round. And so I just think we got out-hungered today a little bit. But in reflection, I'm super proud of the team to get back to where they were. I don't think a single person outside of our camp would have picked us to be here when the season started. And we came a long way to believe in that, and we made it happen, and we'll be back.
Coach, talk a little about that 5-on-6 defense. I mean, you guys gave up a lot of goals, and I mean, refs kind of, some if you call it some not, but a lot of exclusions in there, and that 5-on-6 defense was a little troubling for you guys.
Yeah, we struggled to establish our press, and we didn't do a good job when the ball swung of taking deep position. We really struggled at 2 meters. There might be a few calls where I could go, oh, maybe we should have got that one, or maybe they shouldn't have got that one. But overall, I actually didn't think the officiating was a major factor. I thought it was more our positioning and our movement, and we didn't execute our game plan. And I should have adjusted in the second half, and that's my fault. I should have done something different because just what we were doing wasn't working. And that's on me. But overall, we struggled to do the things that we talked about stopping, and they did what they do well. And they're very, very good at capitalizing on mistakes. We made a lot of mistakes for them to earn those exclusions, and then also in that phase of the game, which gave them those opportunities. And they're seasoned vets, and they made us pay.
Definitely. So, Coach, I mean, great season overall. You had quite a few players on the All Big West Conference team. So if you can kind of just speak to their contributions a little bit on the season.
Yeah, I mean, what we were was very well-rounded, regardless of who was on the all-conference team. In the conference tournament, each of those 2 games, we had 7 different goal scorers. And to me, that's the strength of this team. It's not actually individual. Yes, when you win, you get individual players honored. But to me, it was the well-roundedness. So it was the grit and the sharing of the ball and all those things, and just guys stepping up at important moments that don't usually scoring big goals. And so I don't. All Big West is great, but to me, I think this team was a team. Today wasn't our best showcase of that, but we were a team throughout the season, and that's why we got where we got.
Jake, talk about this being part of this great season.
Yeah, I mean, this season was incredible. From where we've started my freshman year to where we ended up today, made leaps and bounds. And at the beginning of this year, Janet talked about it earlier, no one expected us to be here, and I think we proved to not only ourselves but to everybody else that we were able to do it. I know, starting in the off season, I knew that this team could be very good. I knew we could do great things. I don't think we played to how we could or should have played today, and I think that's the biggest frustration of today. Really, is I think we could have played better. I think we could have won that game because I know how well our team can play when we're playing well. But regardless, I think we did great things for ourselves, for our program, for UCI. I think we represented throughout the year very well, and for that I'm very, very grateful for Dan, Andrew, Boyan, all the guys on my team. I can't thank them enough for the experience I've been at Georgia as well. Our athletic trainer. I can't thank them enough for the greatest experience of water polo I've had, and the greatest building of the program I've been a part of. So it was a lot of fun. I'm happy, even though we lost to have gone out with this team, with this coaching staff, with this school.
Just on the offensive end of the ball, how hard was it for you guys to execute against one of the top defenses in the country? I mean, how hard was it to find holes in their defense for you to capitalize on?
To be completely frank, I think we found the holes. I think the inexperience of this tournament, the timidness of coming into this tournament, not knowing what to expect, not knowing what to, see or hear, do all that, I think got to us. And I think we found the holes, but we weren't able to finish, which, is even more frustrating. Knowing that you had the opportunities, knowing that you had the chances, and you just weren't able to put it away that game, which is super frustrating. Credit to them; they play a really good defense. They're super organized and they're super organized, and they know where everybody is and how they're supposed to play. And credit to them; they played a very good defensive game and picked us apart on our defense. But it's frustrating. I think we found our opportunities, but we didn't take advantage of them.